Hey guys, welcome back. So, I'm going to start off just by saying this is going to be a short week this week. It's already Thursday. It's our first day getting out here. So, hopefully I'll be out here today. Well, obviously I'm going to be out here today, and then hopefully I'll be out here tomorrow as well. I don't think I'm going to make it out on Thursday. So, not a whole lot of time to shoot video for this week's episode. So last week, of course, we did a whole lot of cutting stuff to length. We already had our clapboard siding milled up and ready to go, but we were waiting on our replacement saw for a recalled miter saw that we had to send in to come in, and that finally came in, so we got this stuff cut up. We got some there, and we got a couple more stacks right out there in front of the loader. So we're gonna start on this back wall over here. We've already done these other walls up to floor height over there and over there. So we're gonna come over here to the back wall, finish that up to the floor, and then we'll go over what the next step is for going above there. Alright, well, it took all of one whole run of siding for me to say this is not going to work to use this little ladder right here, moving it back and forth and this way and that way to try and get this stuff up here. It's just going to take way too long. So I thought, okay, what can I do to speed this up a little bit? So I just went and ran and grabbed this thing right here, which is actually a different ladder, except it has 4 different sections to it, and you can bend it in all sorts of different configurations. One of which is sort of a scaffolding sort of thing, where you got one section like this, 2 sections that are flat, and then another one that's on the other side. And I think that might work a little bit better. It'll give me some room to kind of walk back and forth on, and hopefully that'll make this go a little bit quicker. Well, I'm pretty pleased. We got this wall on the lower half done. So now all the lower section of the walls are sided. All that's left is the upper area. Now for the upper area, I'm actually going to do something a little bit different with how we side it up there. I've gotten some house wrap, and the reason that we're going to do that is because this upstairs area is going to be sort of a workshop, storage area, something of that nature. So I want that to be a little bit tighter up there, a little bit more weatherproof, windproof, etc. And with these clapboards, it's possible that, you know, where they overlap each other, it would be possible that they could kind of warp or bend a little bit, and you could get a gap in between there. And then on a day like today where we've got pretty windy conditions, that wind can just whoosh, go right up in between those boards, right into the room, and that's just not something that we want. So if we put this house wrap on there first, that'll create sort of a barrier that's one solid piece all the way around there, and then that'll help prevent wind and water or whatever from being able to get up through there into the room. So the first thing that I did today was I worked on building myself a new platform to stand on. So as you can see, what it is it's just a couple boards that are sandwiched around the forks, and while using the loader isn't the best idea to be standing on that, because if a hydraulic line or something were to go, it's gonna drop real fast. But with the machine being fairly new, I have a little bit more confidence in the hoses and stuff like that on it. And then I can also put boards on the back part of those forks as well, so that I've got them readily available. Alright, so I think we're ready to go and start trying to put some of this wrap on here. I've got it rigged up so that I can just kind of move it along as I work my way across the building here. That way I'm not trying to have to hold that and nail it on and all that at the same time. So let's see if this works. For some reason it feels like I've spent the last couple of hours installing a giant billboard. I don't know why. So this is going to be it for our very short week this week. Hopefully our wrap doesn't blow away over the weekend. I don't think we're supposed to be getting any heavy winds or anything, but hopefully not. And then next week we'll start putting siding up over this side, and then we'll move around to a different side, put the wrap up and cover it up with siding. I don't want to put too much of this up at a time because, you know, it should stay, but then again, I don't want it to get blown off and have to redo it. So as always, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next week.